Hi everyone, I'm Thomas Huggins, and this is my presentation over SolarWinds Network Performance Monitor version 11. This is for my LAN implementation class out at OSUIT. We had to choose a monitoring software for networks, and I chose this one. A little bit about me. My name is Thomas Huggins. I'm a student at OSUIT. I'm currently enrolled in the Information Technology program. I'm seeking a bachelor in network infrastructure. Some additional things about me: I chose the networking BT because I'd taken the class Network Systems out at the college as well, and I was really interested in networks and all the finer components of it. Company I chose was SolarWinds. A little bit of information about them: they were established in 1999. They have been around for a little while, as you can tell, and their CEO is Kevin B. Thompson. He's been the CEO of SolarWinds since March of 2010. Out there on the web about him, there is a Wikipedia, and I believe there's additional information on the website. The company's goal, from what I've read, is to provide a well-rounded user experience, meaning that when a client, purchases the software to monitor networks, whether it's for a business or a home network, they want the overall usage of their software to be simple enough that people, even with minute experience, can accomplish, controlling and helping a network. Their products are user friendly and price friendly. Basically, what I've read about SolarWinds is that they are not like other companies that provide network performance items out there. They look to help people and kind of beat the status quo, so to speak. The price of their equipment, they allow you to use a free demo for 30 days to see if you like their software well enough to purchase it, and it's at an affordable price. That price is also located on their website. Their corporate headquarters is located in Austin, Texas. They also have additional headquarters all over the world. I believe they have a headquarters in Ireland and some countries in the Middle East and more in the States. But for more information on that, refer to the link that will be provided later in this presentation. Alright, the product. Well, the product I chose was the SolarWinds Network Performance Monitor version 11. This product provides a means to control overall performance of your network. In addition to that, it allows you to monitor network health and provide you with alerts that you can go in and configure yourself to set up to ensure that your network is always running at optimum or maximum optimization. And it also, from what I've used of it, it provides a overall means of control, whereas some softwares out there that may or may not be familiar with doesn't do. As far as the install was relatively easy. I went to the website and purchased the software, not purchased the software, but clicked on the free demo. It gives me a trial to use this for 30 days. Relatively straightforward. System requirements. For database, SolarWinds supports Express, Standard, or Enterprise versions of the following: SQL Server 2005, SQL Server 2005 SP4, and preferably SQL Server 2008. Your hard drive, in order to run this, needs to be 20 gigabytes at a minimum. Your memory overall that you will need at a minimum is 3 gigabytes of memory. Pretty straightforward. Your CPU, the idea would be a dual processor, 3 gigahertz. Pretty simple. Operating system. Here was an issue I ran into. Operating system is Windows 2003 and 2008 Server. 32-bit or 64-bit, including R2. These are minimum. You can have additional system, recs on your system when you download this. The functionality. Overall functionality of the Network Performance Monitor is straightforward. It allows you to go in and control what you want to control in your network. If you want to control how much, how the packet travels from router to switch to your home computer, if you're in a business setting, same rules apply. The biggest thing that I found about this is it aids in stopping problems on a network before they can even occur. Basically, you can go in and set up SolarWinds performance monitor to ensure that you stop a problem that might occur or can occur on a network. Why did I say might? Uh, and other than that, it provides alerts and updates on how the whole network is functioning as a whole. And a further research on this is that the other software available through SolarWinds does a lot of the same. You can purchase a bundle which monitors your network health, which is always a big thing in industry or even in your home setting, or if you're in a small business setting, it's ideal. In comparison, I honestly found a bunch of different software out there that I could compare to, but the easiest one was Paceler. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it was one that I found somewhat similar to SolarWinds. What I've read on Paceler so far is that both companies provide the same network monitoring for users, basically the same through the board. And the functionality, from what I've read as far as reviews, is that they're both they're both top notch. They're good choices. I mean, it also depends on who you talk to and what you're really looking for when it comes to network management. My overall opinion is either product would be a good choice when considering network monitoring. That goes for the network health, that goes for anything revolving around networking. Recap. SolarWinds does provide numerous pieces of software for users at a reasonable price. This reverts back to that the software out there, not only available through SolarWinds, but any network performance monitoring business, has software for whatever need you have out there. There are other network monitoring services available through SolarWinds, as I repeated previously and several times before that. It's kind of redundant. They have it out there. It just depends on what you need and what you're really looking for specs wise. If you're wanting something for, say, a smaller business with maybe 100 employees, you might consider SolarWinds as it aids in controlling, your network. I'd like to revert back to functionality for a moment. Something interesting I didn't include in the PowerPoint here is that SolarWinds is a partner with Cisco, which is honestly, it is the routers and switches we use in the college I'm at, OSUIT. I found that pretty interesting because this LAN WAN class I've been in, most of what we worked with was Cisco routers and switches. Thought that was pretty neat. Well, if you have any familiarity with Cisco, they're pretty top notch. But then again, networks always are to blame for if a problem occurs. At least that's what I've been told. My references, most of my references, the only 3 that I've managed to put on here was the actual contact information for SolarWinds, the SolarWinds Performance Monitor, the product I chose, and Pacers.com free network monitoring software. I'd also like to point out that if you revert to one of these links here, preferably the top one about the company, you'll find that they're a somewhat smaller company and easier to deal with. I actually got called today by the company when I installed the performance monitor on my computer. That was that quick. I'd had issues before with installing software, and the company, they try to really help. That went a long way with me. But I'm going to revert back to something else I forgot to mention. The install. Install. Sorry about that. The install of SolarWinds Network Performance Monitor is actually aimed at a server, a computer specifically tied with a server. When I installed this on my computer, I actually had an issue with my operating system. I guess I didn't catch that when I was choosing a software to present about, but from what I've read and the reviews out there on the web, most anybody that has used this software or any form of product from SolarWinds has had nothing but positive things to say about it. It's a must-have. And as I gain knowledge in this networking profession, it's interesting how networks work. Now this software out there that's available, it's available to buy, or there's some free open source that I recommend to a lot of people. Because when I got into this program, I I had very little knowledge about networks, and this LAN WAN class has actually been really helpful. I mean, some of the configuration we've done, some of the commands we've learned. I mean, that's lifetime stuff. I found it to be pretty interesting stuff. I hope y'all have as well. I hope this presentation has provided you some insight on SolarWinds. I would definitely check them out if you haven't. If you do and you don't like them, well, there's additional ones out there. I just chose this one because it was pretty straightforward, and from what I read about the mission statement for this company, they're about helping people and trying to, provide an overall good user experience when you use their software. I mean, that goes big for me because I'm a big, people person. I like user-friendly things. I wouldn't download something that didn't work properly, or, I just didn't know how to use. But this stuff is interesting. I definitely recommend it to you. Overall, thank you for watching my video. If you have any additional questions or just wish to learn more about SolarWinds, be sure to check out the links provided in the reference section. The links are good. The website is really helpful. I learned a lot. I'm actually going to continue to read up on SolarWinds and check out some more of their software for further endeavors. Not necessarily just for a presentation, but just for whatever reason I may need. I found it to be pretty interesting. And I hope y'all found this interesting as well. Thanks.